Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team, ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Invoker.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Game number 2 of
remaining.
IG versus Newbee. It's the battle for Kiev. The winner goes to StarLadder Finals with DK, with the best 14 in Europe, as well as the Korea. Maybe best in Korea, as it's not all the Koreans battling out, but teams. It's the StarLadder Season 9 Global League. We're in the China playoffs here. DK qualified, IG and Newbee up. We know it's in game number 1. Game number 2, Newbee need a best back. Has Zhou got something up his sleeve for this match, do you think?
They're going to pick the Shaman first pick. This is something that this is something they are really comfortable with. Almost all the games, when they have the opportunity to pick it early, they just snap the Shadow Shaman.
Banned out in the first stage, this time around Newbee. They're also on the dark side. Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, and Shaman plus Clockwork. They have been doing this so a lot in a lot of games. The initiation into by the Clockwork into the fights, and Shaman just jumps in, plays the wards, and you're forced to fight in a spot where there's power cogs, there's the Shaman ultimate, and it becomes really difficult for you to fight in that spot. And if you're fighting in a tower, if you run, you lose your tower.
10 seconds.
Newbee off to the side. I don't forget the first thing.
5
Invictus has been for 30s, one of his 6 heroes, but we've seen IG run this in the safe solos. This is definitely a bit of a flexy pick coming out from IG. They can, as a solo, they can run in the safe lane, they can do a lot of things with these heroes, so they're not really locked into playing one particular way. And something they grab the Lifestealer once again, because I feel like they play really well with the Huawei Lifestealer in general.
Yeah, true. I have to agree. Like, the Lifestealer feels like it's a really suitable tempo for IG, and it fits their lineup. Yeah, it's
Lifestealer against Clockwork.
Maybe sometimes it's not so good against Clockwork if you're stuck inside the cogs, but in the lane 1 versus 1 is definitely, if they want to do the tri-lane and leave someone against the Clockwork on the safe lane, Lifestealer is a good candidate for that.
the Clockwork, you just rage and right click him though. So Clockwork has to go like full staff against it.
He always has if the Clockwork stucks you inside the cogs with him, he will always have a plan. Go Scepter or more stuff.
Yeah. Why do you have Centaur of all heroes? This is interesting.
10 seconds. 10
Quite a bit of Centaur as well. I think you're up fairly early on and against the Shadow Shaman Clockwork draft.
5 seconds.
I think he's a very strong hero right now, very suitable for the current meta, and against the Shaman and the Clockwork, what a Centaur could do is, right when the Clockwork hooks in, you can just pop your Stampede. It sort of counteracts the situation, and you can just blink to storm the enemy heroes coming in to support the Clockwork.
Yeah.
So I would say it's a good way to deal with the long range initiation of Clockwork.
Yeah, and generally speaking, I just feel like having this tanky kind of offlane is Shadow Shaman can't really zone out a Centaur either.
Radiant team, ban.
The other day, IG ran Centaur safe lane. So this is also a really flexible pick for them. I guess if they run Centaur safe lane, it means that the Invoker is only left towards the solo mid role.
Team, ban.
Centaur, yeah, I've seen DK run a lot of it. I think to the other Chinese teams, I haven't seen IG run it. So.
You can even like run him as an aggressive tri-lane, the core in the aggressive tri-lane as the Centaur.
Yeah.
If Newbee wants to go for something greedy, like Shaman and a weak support, then you can potentially punish it with the tri-lane with the Centaur. And the Sunstrike Sunstrike on your side as well.
Okay.
Remaining.
Well, we'll see what IG have in mind here. Rubik so far gets banned out. Chuan's preferred support hero. And
I'm actually quite surprised they have the first pick here, Newbie. Actually, they can go for the Rubik themselves if they really want to win.
Shadow Shaman's kind of a weak support duo though.
It does alright, but the main thing is I feel the Rubik would do well because you can easily steal Stampede this game and turn it around.
Henry and Jeffrey's good now.
To make sure that IG doesn't... It's like to discourage them from trying to come to fight your lane.
Like a really good mid-game push as well with the Serpent Wards. I think even especially a Chen. Like
maybe a
Chen,
Chen,
yeah.
Yeah, the Chen would be much more suitable for that role.
Enchantress.
Enchantress is more... Well, they will go Enchantress, okay. I think it's still a good pick.
It's a call to a damage dealer later on. Whereas for Chen, he's just like a medic later on, and an ambulance to send people home. But
I mean, Enchantress is better in lane stage. You can set a creep to a lane just
two
harass.
creeps,
You're not limited by having just one creep like a Chen is.
it's much stronger obviously when you're grouping up and it's Xiao 8. He likes to group up.
Well, it'll be
5 seconds. Remaining.
early smoke gangs, some rotations. Enter in the off lane, if that is where he is somewhat prone to sort of smoke gangs from behind from here. Like Enchantress. But yeah, plenty of options.
Yeah, Centaur can't defend his tower, and talk about defending towers, here comes the defender.
Venom and picked up. Well. It's probably a pretty smart pick to go with here.
The main person to defend and hold on for the towers. Wards against wards, and not to mention I feel like the team fight potential of the Venal and the Centaur together is very strong as well. Like you just leave the Venal in front and Gale, Ultimate and Gale to start the fight, and Centaur can just come in whenever he sees a good chance. It's very powerful. And look at the squishy heroes, Shaman and Enchantress. They're just gonna die to that.
Yeah, looking very squishy. If they can somehow get a Blink Dagger up in the Centaur fairly early on and get good initiations, these kind of heroes just melt.
Usually you get it fairly early because you don't need anything else. Sometimes you can even skip the Tranquil Boots. Sometimes you even skip it if you have a good time. But generally you build a Tranquil Boot so that you can at least farm the jungle with your return. So there's some way for you to regen your lost HP from that.
Well, Newbee needs a more durable hero at this point again.
This is a pretty durable hero.
This is, yeah, I like this pick here.
Maybe when he's on agility, he's not that durable with the Sunstrike and the Centaur double H, Storm double H.
Yeah, though, this is something that gives them a good flexible to compress to the early game.
Yeah, flexible hero too, very mobile, and we've seen Newbee. They've been switching up the morphing lanes as of late. The other day they sent him mid against Dragon Knight. He has a good matchup, but this game maybe not. It's an Invoker. It's gonna bad lane. No, not a good matchup.
Reserve time.
Because we had lately have been going for the Exalt build as well. They're not going Class Wax.
I don't think it matters though. Exalt or Quaswax Invoker, morphing still has a hard time.
Saying, what do you think we look towards from Invoker?
10 seconds remaining.
Both have its benefits, but I would always lean towards like having the Exalt since it transitions the Invoker into sort of a much more stronger hero late game compared to the Quaswax. But Quaswax is good against the team that just wants to push your towers early on. Quaswax is just the skill build to just draw so much time, buy so much time for your team. And not to mention Quaswax against Shadow Shaman and Enchanters. Also mana intensive heroes early on is going to be very powerful, and not to mention the morphling. This hero with no mana is like it's like a normal, it's like a carry without legs or something. He can't move around.
Yeah. Well, let's see what carry IG go for. Well, I say carry for Lua, but Lua could easily be playing the Centaur. He could be on the Invoker.
Let me see. They're pretty set up for either going for aggressive tri-lane with the Venom and Venge if they want to, but I think maybe they're just going to settle for safe lane since there's an Enchanters, but there's always a chance where they just start 5 heroes towards the enemy lane and just ward all the camps so that the Enchanters is going to have a difficult time, and that will make sure that their tri-lane will be very good.
Yeah.
Did I miss something?
Oh no, I messed up my overlay.
I heard you chuckling.
I had the wrong... The chat was thinking that the Radiant drop is Newbee, because that's IG. We're all good now. We're all good.
I'm still figuring out. Will they go for something aggressive like a Weaver? Weaver would mean that they can just rotate the heroes around, and Weaver doesn't need protection against a Clockwork. So the supports are free to do whatever they want in the early game. After maybe 1 or 2 pulls, they can just smoke and just pressure a lot in the game.
I think
He's fairly scary though. Got Centaur, Venom, and Avenge together in one lane.
the other option is you put like Invoker is not bad in the second lane. Like if they want to get a different throw for Ferrari in mid,
10
with a bit of
seconds
damage, like even like a game mid or like.
Storm Spirit is alive.
I hear very with lane or mid or will be.
Wait, does
It's safe lane. He does.
I don't know. Yeah, this guy just
Flexible. I've seen Lua play all kinds of heroes.
she's gonna play the Invoke, so it's gonna be a okay. This is gonna be an aggressive tri-lane for sure. Aggressive tri-lane with the Centaur.
Well, suppose like you say, they can roam around. Like they don't look for an early kill on mid. They could look for an early kill on bottom lane, but yeah, in general, I think they will go for that offensive tri-lane.
To the Enchanters, how he deals with the early game. Since his support is a Shaman, his partner, Shaman and Enchantress is sort of difficult to go around together, but maybe they'll still do it since they don't really have a choice though. If the Venom and Venge manage to sentry and wall up all the big camps and the Enchantress, if he's drilled out of his home in the top
5 seconds
go down bottom
remaining.
to try and pressure the other 2 lanes, and Storm is a hero you want to punish early on in the lane where he still doesn't have his ultimate. You want to get a pick off on him.
See exactly what the plan is here. Enchantress is a good hero to go for those early smoke ganks and try and punish a hero like Storm, but
Two smokes they have. Talk about smoke ganks.
actually, yeah, Shaman as well as Enchantress with an early smoke, so... Alrighty, let's get things started here. Game number 2, a must-win game for Newbee. If they lose this... Again, as one disconnects.
No one is going to pause.
Team,
Okay.
please. There we go. They got it done finally.
That was such a delayed pause.
How do you not notice someone like Chuan when he's missing? He's very vocal about stuff like that.
Yeah, he is. Talking about vocal, like LD has been learning how to say nice lah.
They say that all the time in the house now. When we're watching Dota in our TV, he's always nice.
Is it because of Roland?
Roland's teaching more.
I told him yesterday that you have a better grasp of how to actually yell nice lah, and he was a bit upset by that.
30 seconds to
Oh,
battle.
I only do it when I'm in Asia. Then I start acting all Asian, but
Yeah, Okay, go ahead to introduce the players before the ruin spawns.
Game 2, best of 3, Newbee, gotta win this one to stay in the IG. If they win this, they're gonna Kia. They'll join DK. They'll also play DK after this, whoever wins this series. It's gonna be Chuan on the Venomanta supporting bottom lane, Pete on Vengeful Spirit with a Boots first build, Z or Luo on the safe lane solo Invoker. We'll see Ferrari playing a solo mid-storm, and finally YYF on an off-lane Centaur for IG.
And on the side of Newbee, we have the Director 8, Xiao 8 on the Clockwork as usual. Mu will be handling the puck this time. Banana will be on a jungling Enchantress. Hao will be playing the Morphling. King J will be on their greedy support, Shadow Shaman.
Okay.
They're not gonna go up yet. Maybe they're gonna rotate early, but yeah, they're gonna definitely look to do a lot of early rotations and ganks with the bench. The bench even got early boots, for that matter.
Yeah, but not gonna use much. That's...
Are they hiding the smokes? Let's see.
They...
Be in the base. Let's
They'll
in the
probably
base.
buy. I guess they'll buy one as soon as they have the money for it. Maybe.
Yeah,
but
100 gold on the bench soon.
first, I guess he couldn't afford the smoke as well. But well, we'll see things out. It looks like Zhao Wei's Observer got de-warded. Did you see? I think it de-warded.
Pay attention.
The other Observer Ward's at top. Okay. So he has a room ward at bottom and then he's got the lane ward at top. So no D-ward. Popping the sentry ward down there to be sure.
Wards. The heroes were blocking the wards on the map just now.
The minimap either, and I'm like, oh.
I was like, where's the other ward? And here comes Banana. He's gonna go for, but the smoke gang's not gonna work here. A bit too early there. Yeah, he did. He did smoke for that one.
No, he was invis. He was invis.
He used the smoke. Shaman and Enchantress bought smokes each of them, one each at the start of the game.
He didn't even have a single experience.
He just he took the Ursa because the creep was fairly near Moo's ramp and he wanted to try, but in the end, Ferrari was just really safe standing behind.
He played by Ferrari in the mid lane. He's had a great series. He was hands down the MVP from last game for me. His plays won. His spectacular plays, they would have been in a lot of trouble that last game.
That's when it mattered, and I feel for Banana, maybe just sending creeps I feel like he doesn't need to commit to getting the kill on the Storm. He just needs to constantly, he has a Satire now. He can just stand there, just throw the blast on the Storm 6 times, but instead he's just going to use it to farm.
Like you pick Enchantress over here, if you want to farm, you probably want to pick the chain, because Enchantress, you pick a creep, send it mid, and then pick.
It's also the half regen aura will help your puck so much in that matchup. And you can just, I'd rather him use he had a Hellbear Smasher before, I'd rather him use the Smasher to farm and just use the Satire to harass.
A Harpy creep or something, or I guess you have to go away to small camp for that, but we'll see Shaman group up, and this looks like a smoke from me. They've got, 2 heroes, they'll go for a smoke, they'll probably, look at YYF's position.
Top, I think they're going top. Look at the position of the wave, it's
this is entirely the deal with me.
Yeah, it's a really good position for Centaur. He can't stand in the lane, he's just making sure that the Storm doesn't die. That was such an important... But he might actually die because of that.
He's
he almost ran into them.
Maybe with this slow from
he actually might... There was a chance he might die if he was too near. The Shackle into the Centaur Storm and the Ursa Storm.
Yeah.
But Chuan is here to defend the tower.
Chuan's already level 3. You only got the 1 point lane ward, but they can hold this push. They may not be able to stop it completely, but definitely they can slow it down in a galaxy. Annoying then for Newbee. They're going to get this T1 tower, so T1 tower is going to annoy Newbee. They get the last hit.
Oh, he didn't get the last hit. That was... okay, never mind. It wasn't too big of a deal, but... Looking at the off lanes, Clockwork's level 4 is slightly ahead of the Centaur because of the ability to stall the creeps behind, but yeah, I still feel the Centaur can do as much as the Clockwork can do without having to be constantly pressured. As the Clockwork, you always want to look for openings, and you can't really farm jungle as it. Be farming the jungle and just supporting your team with the Stampede.
Up those levels as well now. He's got a big creep wave under his tower, so that'll get him up to that low hall where we see Clockwork and bunch of dealing with smoke gangs. He goes for the high ground. this mid
But
lane.
the Storm gets to level 6 smoothly.
It's away from it, and he knows he can't be getting smoke gang from above because Venomance was there. He has to be a bit careful now. It looks like he may just fall back to the jungle.
Go for his ultimate, then he's gonna be a lot safer.
There is. There's a Huck, who have Blink Silent, there's a Shadow Shaman, and the Clockwork as well. Not like great lockdown, but the hookshot does give you a bit of a start.
Shot as the initiating stun so that the puck can get in position to drop.
Yeah.
The main thing is the silence, the 3-second silence on the Storm.
And the other reason Newbee can't be too aggressive is they've got to worry about Sunstrikes flying in from this Invoker.
And
He's gone for the 3 and Exort with a Sunstrike very early on.
For the Venom as well, this is going to be very important for him to take levels since Storm can jungle fairly efficiently right now. It's sort of neutralized things because Newbee has a jungler of his own, of their own.
Yeah, first, there's a coil here. Chuan not going to let pop. Shockwave going to help secure the kill. If the Enchantress creeps the puck, and even a Clockwork Rocket Flare from bottom lane.
Yeah, everything they need.
Even with that Rocket Flare, they might not have got that kill because that was a little Rocket Flare.
Plus, if they all committed as well. I mean, it might be really dangerous if they would have needed to die there. Oh, Ferrari.
Ferrari? A lot of damage. Wywit was coming in though, looking for a Storm, not going to come in. He's looking for Storm with a couple more right clicks. Ferrari zips his way out of there.
Yeah, he's forced to go all the way back now. Looking at the position of the map, maybe the next move he can make is TP towards bottom to pick up Xiaoyan. If Xiaoyan overstays, he's welcome.
Yeah. And they've got the lane ward, so they know that if he's got backup, they know if he's overstaying, he's welcome.
If he stays here, he's gonna die. There's a Venge at the side as well.
And Storm, well, he's going to TP Storm. I think he's dead. There's your TP Storm. He's dead. Mental Spirit with this Sunstrike to follow this. Zipping from the Storm Spirit. Easy pickings for IG.
That's gonna be a Midas already for the Evoker. Not the fastest, but yeah, he's gonna have it. He's gonna have it now.
Not bad. I mean, I don't think Zhao Wei really played that poorly. Like, he knows the Storm Spirit can maybe zip in on him, but he doesn't know there's a lane ward. He made a good idea now that this lane ward exists, but until that gank, he didn't know there was a lane ward still bottom.
It's sometimes really difficult as often you want to get as much as possible. Then sometimes you just
if he dies again the same way, then you start saying, "Oh wait, man, what are you doing?" But
well, you have nowhere else to go. Jungling is like, oh, you don't want to go to jungle. And the other thing you can do is just stopping the smoke gangs. But if you look at what IG is doing, they are very contented. I mean, Centaur farming the Invoker, farming the Storm. They're just not going to walk anytime soon. Maybe they're going to wait a few more minutes until the Menace or even the Centaur. Be the ideal timing for IG to start to take fights.
So I guess now it's like, why not just wait for it?
Yeah, I think.
Few games, but I think IG just play a more safe passive game. There's no real big items coming out of Newbee that are going to scare them.
The thing is, guys, if he tries to make a move like on the Storm right now, if you look at Newbee's lineup, they only have one core, one super like the Morphling. The other two is a Clock and a Puck. If the Storm rotates right now, he could easily get counter initiated, and that would be three cores that does really well with farm. So playing passive is just something I think they would much prefer right now. Until the Storm has at least one item, or even the Blink comes up from the center. I think the Blink is the much more important item they are waiting for before they take fights right now.
For a while, needs a good 15-20 minutes of farm. Like 15 minutes, maybe you have a Lincoln Sphere, but with just a Lincoln Sphere, you're not a big threat in a fight compared to Centaur having Blink Dagger, Storm almost getting his Orchid, Invoker with a lot of levels. That's the main thing in Invoker. Levels right now, and he's going to pull forward very soon, coming into play.
Bits plus the Centaur Blink would be a really good way very ideal way for them to start taking fights with, but at the moment, it's still not happening yet, so Chuan will be getting a lot more farm here middle lane, and Ferrari will be taking the jungle with the Centaur. They're actually going to start smoking right now.
They've got the speed, they're not even waiting for the stampede.
Middle lane is going to be a difficult kill though, to be honest, on the puck.
Oh, or in the jungle, we'll have to wait and see exactly where they kill the Centaur, that'll be the Morphling, that's for sure. And they're going to get revealed on the
banana.
the Vengeful Spirit. Storm not going to come just yet. He gets the silence off YYF. He's in trouble. They've already lost the Vengeful Spirit. It looks like they may lose 2 here. YYF trying to find his way out of it. As Zhao comes in, gets the last hit.
This was what I was talking about. The counter initiation on the clock and the hunt.
Yeah.
That's so dangerous.
Like in the right position to dispel the smoke.
Not only that, it was like I just like screw this. We're just going to try and catch whoever's on top there. Oh, Faith.
That's like as much like this TV from the Vengeful. Faith goes down.
Middle tower is under attack.
He didn't fly back, but that's a respawn.
You have to get a new term for that.
He's got the die back.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Going for that. I can't think of a good name.
Tweet out as we had BTS got that win to do it. Looking the new tagline for that one.
Outsourcing ideas.
I don't know. Like a TP back, but
TP back is not catchy enough.
I haven't got anything. It's like what, 2 in the morning here. Not feeling very creative. Six down, so we're going to see Hookshot come into play. Also, build it. She'll help out in a bit.
Build a mech on IG.
Normally we see Sento go for after the blink tag. That's
after the blink. After the blink, yeah, true. After the blink.
But this is going to be a much later mech.
Yeah, the Clockwork's mech is not the fastest, but for sure earlier than the Centaur.
Really, I don't feel it's like that essential of an item at this point, but we'll definitely still help a bit.
Yeah, for IG it's not that essential because they are going to look to be spread out over the map. Defending with the Venom, Invoker speed push with Forge, send a Storm speed pushing one other lane. Yeah, they're going to be looking to
for a mech.
But he built into an urn, so if he goes for a mech right now without the Arcane Boots, he will probably have a lot of mana issues.
Yeah. Offensive wards being planted by Newbee in the enemy jungle.
Abandon.
They're looking to get this T1 them down.
Abandon ship.
Yeah, I think they can't kill more like that. It's not happening.
Radiant's bottom
You know.
tower is under attack.
What's on bottom tier 1, and at the same time, wow, this is such a good move. You think that the enemy sees your walls drop bottom, the puck immediately TP stop. Oh, the weaknesses!
Bottom tower has fallen.
Wait, we have to make those is down here. One more. Get the last hit. They might be lane. I do all they can, just going.
So hookshot.
And they're not even. Oh, I went sleep.
Oh, he was trying to hit it on the. But even if he hit it on the bench, I don't think they could have killed him either because the force. Maybe he might have survived from the force staff. Invoker has the force staff, but still worth a shot there.
Or use it. It's got a reasonably shortish cooldown.
Yeah, they had a chance. Like if they got the hook on the bench, one impetus or two, one or two with the rocket flare might have picked off the bench.
This mech now, so 13 minutes into the game.
Actually, very quick. Well, he got a rocket kill.
The what?
Where was it? Oh,
Just too low in HP.
I didn't think something like that would happen since the fight already stopped.
I'm like looking up like, oh, Storm's low HP, just chilling in.
If it's like a Sunstrike, you have the sound, so probably you will still not miss it, but Rocket is like...
This is a bit of the Chinese clockwork play like to go, maxing Rocket Flare over the...
And it's off.
It's more like...
Rocket Flare in a fight with multiple heroes, it does a lot more damage, instant damage than the Battery Assault.
Yeah,
Battery Assault is the solo killing power more.
Damage, and like when you're getting this out of level and have hookshot this late in the game, well, I think more to the point is the Chinese teams group up as 5 a lot, and that's where having that battery assault isn't all that strong.
Yeah, the Rocket Flare is just a fairly cheap spell. It does a great amount of AoE damage. It's a big AoE and cheap mana cost. And here comes the Rocket again. He sees like Ferrari, but he's just trying to annoy him.
Right, has this just bringing stuff up.
be
how long
pretty
it's been-
slow though. His Orchid is going to be fairly slow.
His first hurt, that was the first death of the game. No one he'll be too pleased about that.
Yeah.
Did this, so maybe they just didn't quite realize that was warded, or...
Newbee is going to meantime go for the Roshan.
This is where the Shadow Shaman playing on the dark side. Very
Yeah,
powerful.
he's just such a good support. He gives the team so much. The disable, the tower pushing ability, the Roshan. With support gives you everything.
Spot at the bottom lane, so they know
Oh,
that
Sunshine.
he looks like... Oh, they scout.
Gonna scout things out. They know, but it's too late, I feel.
In the first Britain can maybe look for deny. You guys expect it.
Oh! Shackles of the forge to make sure.
You know, that's Zhao 8 for you. Not that he was doing it, but that's a Zhao 8 team.
Time when YYF was playing the
Safe.
Prophet, the Treants ran in and whoops, the last hit on the Roshan.
Yeah. Oh, Lure getting really farmed. That's the scary thing here. Doing a bit on your Storm, but I'm like 20-25 minutes. Storm's gonna have an Orchid. Lure's gonna have a Hex on Invoker.
What is Lore doing here? He's tangoing into the trees.
Hiding. Man, stay in the trees. You need to play. Stay in the trees, man.
I think he's just afraid of. I think
The
he's
right
just
idea.
playing really safe. He's worried that he wants to be able to speed push bottom and be super safe at the same time at bottom. And just looking at the ward vision, I think like Newbee after the Aegis and looking at their ward vision, they have everything they need to know and everything they need to just calculate and know where and when is the best time for them to fight.
Not wait till Morphling Ethereal Blade. If the Morphling comes Ethereal Blade,
It's like
Fair enough.
probably 7 minutes, close to 10 minutes away from that, unless he gets a lot of kills. But yeah, when he gets Ethereal Blade, that's gonna be very tough for the two supports, and to a certain extent, the Invoker and Storm as well.
everyone's like fairly squishy. Look, we're gonna see React.
A strange time to hibernate.
Okay, yeah. Nice rotation coming out, and Newbee just the one.
Yeah, it was because of the ward.
Newbee just dictating
Yeah, the
the flow of
ward.
the game right now.
It feels like a Director 8 start type of game already now. Wards everywhere, Roshan, every time
Yeah.
an ultimate, the Shaman was cooldown, they're gonna just take a tower or Roshan. And now they're gonna move towards bottom, and Hao has pushed, he has topped all the way pushed to the tier 2 of the Radiant side, and now he's gonna push middle and transition to bottom lane. Just very smooth team play overall for them.
Just one objective to objective, it's like you say, very smooth, almost scripted, and well, that's what it does.
That's why we talk about his scripts.
Zhao 8.
His scripts, man. He just needs, he has a different cast now, but the scripts are always gonna be the same.
Script for each game, but yeah, the script from the get-go is working out well. And this Tower Gold is when morphing that Ethereal Blade will sooner than you would even expect here. It's because of the Tower Gold that
Yeah,
looks like Newbee's gonna start getting.
And just look at the map now. How is IG going to move out? If you're playing against the park, you can't see the park, you can't see the clockwork. How are you going to move out now?
Come back to basement now, and Moo is actually gonna pick up a Yule Scepter. An Hex with it.
He's going for U Scepter? Wow, that's actually really surprising. I thought he would be better going off for Hex, but
Get rid of the Orchid from a Storm is the main thing.
true, the Orchid, yeah, that's the main reason. The Storm, but Storm is still quite far away. Does he have anything in the career? Nothing.
If he goes, I guess you can just alternatively Hex him if he gets Hex, but
So like a very defensive item, and he has Aegis, but he just doesn't want to die right now. Not to mention the use is going to be extremely useful dodging the Vengeful Spirit Stun, and a lot of other spells.
yeah. The ancient stacking going on from Banana, so Newbee just being very efficient while taking whatever kills they kill, they'll take it, but for the most part, efficiency, and it looks like
Just look at the Director drawing a line. How? Get back! They're coming from the right, and he's gonna scout
He's gonna go
he's gonna
step
scout his rockets as well, like to make sure how it's safe.
covering all his bases, and he's gonna actually somewhat reveal himself up top. This will look to meet up with the rest of it. With the H1 move,
He's
E2 tower.
position. If he's here, he's around this area, nobody can go top and nobody can come middle to defend the tower. So scary against Clock and the Puck.
Well, I think they wanted to get this mid tower. They dropped the Serpent Ward. Spirit's all loses 2, summons another 2, and look, he's actually focused down some of these Serpent Wards. One gets...
Oh, you got something.
Come in from Morphling. Bud goes in, he's actually throwing a lot of spells here, but the swap onto the high ground helps Zoro stay alive. He actually breaks the throw just for good measure, but looks like Newbee should get a free tower, and IG decide to actually engage.
They can though. It's like what I discussed about. You place the wards and against a Clockwork and a Puck. That position you're trying to fight in is so dangerous.
Yeah. Alright.
Base when they fight near the Shadow Shaman wards. Their fortitude, their bunker.
They've got a minute left on the Aegis here. They want to make a go with this, and this is Storm with an Orchid here. But having the Aegis on your side definitely helps out. But as soon as they pick up the Orchid, smoke from IG. They're looking to make a play.
The ward is actually going to spot the Storm illusion. That actually might be a tip off for the Morphling to just get out.
They see Invoker mid, like he knows Invoker's mid, so he's thinking maybe he's safe. Not to mention, he doesn't know there's an Orchid up just yet.
Oh, he might die if he goes out. There's a Blink Storm. Blink Storm and he's dead.
Guess that's unless he gets the Morph off, maybe? Drink Morph?
Oh no, he's not.
First down. Even with his Morph is dead. The Sun's being used as well.
He's gonna die so quickly. Like, the durability wasn't there yet for that hero. She went for the mech for his team without having Arcane, so he's gonna be very starved on mana pool.
He may be better than Adam, or you just, I think you go straight for the Acceptor, like the point booster gives you some
yeah, point booster will solve the problem, yeah, true.
It's like 200 more than an energy booster.
Point boost means it's gonna be helpful for the bench too, since bench you don't really want to build Arcanes on the bench.
I mean, IG have 2 kills, like we haven't actually seen bench use stun more than like 3 times this game. Magic Missile.
Probably only for the 2 kills. The clock, maybe okay, I remember the clock at bottom where Xiao 8 was overextending and the other one on the Morphling there. 22 minutes.
Like, 22 minutes, maybe 2 Magic Missiles. Maybe. Well, yeah, definitely 2, but maybe there's been a 3rd.
Oh no, there's actually one more here. Oh, but he did it here, the one at the start where they smoked all the way here. But I think he didn't get his start off. He doesn't have Morphling.
Again! Now in a bit of trouble here, he is morphing the strings, he's still keeping him alive, the coil being used on Wawa, yep. He's going to take a turn, take a fall as IG.
Man, these 2 guys are always like so close to each other. Every time Hao is in trouble, Mu is just there to bail him out.
Yeah. Best buddies for life, man.
Time.
Had more strength to begin with, not to mention, I think he was kind of baiting there, knowing that he had the backup of the puck. I think that was more like a confidence in his ability to stay alive and maybe get a return kill, which is exactly what happened.
That's the display of the Hao and Mu factor.
Well, and Luca has a Hex now. We haven't really...
Oh, that's a really fast Hex. 22 minutes.
Much lower this game. He's been at both kills, but that's the Sunstrikes. Like, he hasn't actually been at the kills.
Doing a lot of split pushing with the Forge and just hiding around, dropping Sunstrikes whenever his team needs one. The Hex is gonna be...
He definitely had to kill, so...
Yeah, the Hex is gonna be probably the start of the time where he gets active.
Morphling doesn't have Ethereal Blade, so I feel like they want to get active now. Roshan respawning in a minute and a half, no Ethereal Blade. Probably close to his get.
Yeah, this is a good opening, I have to agree. The thought of Morphling having the Ethereal Blade the next few minutes plus Aegis on top of him is just... Oh well, that's so hard to deal with. Gonna go for the... Yeah, they're gonna try and push the tier 1 here. If the Roche spawns, they need to take out the map control of Newbee. Newbee has just so many tier 1s to
Tower is under attack.
for 2 if there's a Roche.
Oh, that's wrong. I don't give how many taps, because that's a Hero Blade. Oh no, he replicated mid.
I'm afraid. He just like flew away from top.
Look at his vision from Newbee. All across the map.
Map hack.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Post
Why not?
Map hack already.
Yeah. Around.
They're gonna go for the top tier 2 now.
Another Serpent Ward's another tower. Like, these Serpent Wards have been used pretty effectively to get these towers. And King Jake.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Man! That guy's items.
Filthy rich. He's just so far here. They're gonna get another tower. Didn't even need the serpent ward.
High ground with the boss.
I was gonna. Who said you need ethereal mid? Newbee said we're ready. Let's go high ground. And this is just IG out of position. They were not expecting this. Their tower's already down to half HP, and they only just show up now to start defending.
Wow, it took so much damage. It's like 1,000 damage on the towers. Oh boy.
That was those serpent ward, even though they got cleaned up, was well worth using there to do all that damage. And
yeah, imagine the next time if anything happens outside of the map, the Morphing just wants to speed push this tower is like down to half.
From IG, I don't think they expected.
I think they didn't expect it, and the decision making from Newbee comes from all the vision they have.
What they saw here is like in the jungle, they knew it was safe, and now they can fall back.
Who is actually going for Dagon? Do you like this? Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to pick it up. I'm correct at this point.
Same. But the Puck Dagon is going to be effective on the Vino and the bench though.
Yeah. Well, if Vino can pick up start getting moved, let's go.
His mana is gonna be. He needs to just use his mana very wisely. It's like just look at his mana pool. He has 480 mana. The ultimate will cost 300 and max 150. That leaves him 450. He doesn't even have mana for Gale.
He can't even use ulti plus pipe and mech.
Yeah, he can't. He doesn't have the mana pool.
Pipe is 250, he needs 550. I mean, maybe by that point he's got some more points in, like, he goes stats instead of maybe level.
I think you need more points in, I don't know, I think getting second point in Gale is like, for me, very important too, because the Gale doesn't do damage at level 1. I don't know, he's not gonna have enough mana, that's for sure.
Ferrari zips the hell out of there.
Ethereal Blade and Aegis on the Morphing this time.
But, guess what? Observer ward. There's been spotted. And they're pinging Director 8's like, get the hell out of there, Moo. This is not in my script. You getting caught out in mid lane.
No space for anyone getting caught out. Apart.
He's always allowed to get caught out. But his own is sometimes a bit sporadic.
Godfathers, you forget about yourself. It's very common in the captains.
Yep. Well, he goes for a smoke here, leading the team through the enemy secret shop, looking towards that mid lane, but for now, IG. And this has been pretty slow passive game here. Like, I'm just waiting for Invoker to actually come, like, do something with the team. Like, not to say
no meatballs dropped yet so far.
Yes, but yeah. Like, how many times has Invoker used to spell strike? I mean, we talk about the Venge not using magic middle.
Cold snap good.
Like, going all the way around. That's some YYF here. That's easy pick off.
Kills a kid with Dagon.
Courier, so Courier still alive, and Invoke gets out of their mid.
Yeah, you must be happy about that. You're a very loving person for the Couriers, as I know.
Courier would go down.
Why?
Courier.
Okay, meanwhile.
Meanwhile, yeah, you're right. Newbee's gone. Just gonna go. He's trying to stall the each one is low.
Stop!
Which one's alive? Finally, the fuck Eagle shoots them off, but IG snapped the whole. Seven ones are working on the Raxes though, and here comes YYF. Blitz stun, catches out two. Puck goes down, and great play to bring around the puck. Morphing still the 8. That's just worth ignoring at this point in the game.
It's 2 for 2 still. Invoker plus Banner for Clockwork and Puck. But they managed to down the tower.
Yeah, they got the tower, they keep their Raxes alive for now.
The next push is just gonna mean the Rax are going down.
Next push still has an Aegis as well. They smoke, they're actually looking to catch out How.
No!
Get.
Bro.
Ooh, so close, he only just had mana too.
Yeah, he had enough time before he would be Vortex, since he needed like the Orchid to break the Lincolns first before the Vortex comes, so he had that little window to react, to fly away. Oh, they're gonna find the banana.
He goes in with a hookshot, getting on a little here.
Oh,
Hex! Media deafening blast doesn't really hit Zhao 8, not the best media that it was looking for. So kill the Enchantress, but Zhao 8 now on the chase, he gets stunned up. Puck gonna orb himself in.
Oh,
Puck
Dagon.
vision for this one. Yeah, that Dagon man. The level, no, not leveled up.
He's going to go. The director is like, dude, you need a hex now.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh no, shout it. Shout it.
Gonna final here. That's not bad.
That's a what spotting his movement.
Oh, what wants to go in, trying to shot down Wowie.
Oh, double stun!
He's trapped! You got nowhere to go!
Wow! Move stop
What
3
wave move?
move stop 3 TP. He used the use and the coil on 2. Oh my god.
Insane. Coil catches 2, Yule Scepter catches another. Down to the low ground they go. 4 is dead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Puck is good hero man. Wins game 1 and it looks like Mu on Puck is won game 2.
And there was also a discussion about Puck being the hero that won TI1 and the hero that won TI3.
Puck is... It's a good example of a very balanced hero. Potentially deciding to win played well.
Powerful right now with the phase shift no mana and blink dagger no mana. I don't know. Still,
Okay.
but he's still fairly balanced in every other area.
First, like most drafts, you can't just like sort of just pick your mid hero, I guess.
Radiant's top barracks are under
Well,
attack.
I don't know. We're gonna see Ratchet take a fall now. Surfing Ward needed this one. They're on cooldown for now and...
Structures are fortified. Radiant's top barracks are under
Dawntrip respawning now. Invoker, he's got buyback, but he just... Okay, no, he doesn't. It's on cooldown. Ratchet's gonna take a fall. No Invoker here to stop this. Morphing Illusion's gonna finish it off and...
top barracks have fallen.
Newbee are just looking scary right now. 15k gold lead. Hal's got himself a Manta style. Trouble.
Do they want to push before? How long is the Aegis? The Aegis is gonna. Oh, Aegis is gonna run out.
He's not gonna come back. So...
What's the issue with the Aegis? Just take it slowly.
They can... They don't even need Aegis to push, I don't think.
Yeah, this is just like a classic example of a game where you have a triple core against an enemy that has 1 core but 2 tempo controllers. So difficult to farm.
And look at the farm on some of these. Like, you've got the 2 tempo controllers in Puck as well as Clockwork, but then you have Shaman who's got Force, Blink, Scepter, 2k gold. He's been huge this game.
Yeah, he's so powerful. He did so much work as a support, push down towers, making sure that he gets pick off as well, and he gets farm for his own. He's so rich at the moment.
Well, IG, they've lost 1 set of Raxes though. At this point of the game, not insurmountable. They're gonna have a BKB soon on Ferrari, just 60 gold away from that, and BKB of his own. I think once he hit that K gold mark, he may just sort of buy it. I don't think he needs to save for buyback at this stage.
Yeah, I agree. He needs a BKB against Ethereal Blade. If he gets busted down, Ethereal Blade plus Dagon, they just lose the fight.
Not to mention just Link coils and waning rifts. Like, there's a lot to just take his Voker out of the fight.
Did he upgrade his Dagon or something? Oh, he got Lincolns.
No, he got Lincolns. But against Hex will probably help quite a bit.
Coming in.
Phase shift center. The Storm's like, I'm not gonna touch you.
I don't know something going on here. Like, maybe you had Shadow Shaman before he dropped
Shaman, yeah. Yeah, before he drops the wards. That's the key.
Even after he drops wards, maybe you want to go on here. He's still got, like, 2 long stables.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if he goes in BKB, he zips in for the Shaman, and Shaman pops Ghost Scepter, then good luck. That's a really fantastic item to purchase.
Your Blink Centaur Stomp. Blink Centaur Stomp.
Commit the Storm and the Centaur just to kill a Shaman.
Yeah, true. Well, they're just going to pick up a smoke, and it looks like I may want to move out of their base at some point in the near future. I guess it's Newbee waiting for Roshan. I mean, this is no way. He'll wait for Roshan again.
What is this? What is this timer? Why is timer looking like this?
Minute 1. This is the first 8, and then after 8 minutes, it gets to the new timer.
It's a fast respawn?
24 seconds.
Or something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna be fairly fast. This is like 1 minute. Actually, not even. Yeah, it's about 1 minute.
24.
35 minutes.
Newbee means they can apply pressure sooner. They've got to keep
double-
scouting out there.
They have double damage as well, the Roshan. Everything is working well.
Go back in there. Oh, respawns.
Oh, you just... I thought it was 1 minute.
Oh, try to get tore down. He looks like Newbee don't anyway. They got it. They're looking for more. Why are we supposed to take a full sleep? I'm gonna make this my fear. One more impediment. No BK before he goes. He may have to fly back and try and keep IG in his game. He's gonna fall. IG gonna lose. Ferrari, he's on the rest. Oh! I'm gonna cancel his TV. Great play from Newbee. They take game 2. Winter going to a game 3 to see who goes to Kiev.
This is the first game I had. Past 2 to 3 days. Every game has been 2-0.